Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Gulpain, back again just with a quick video about 5 games that you can, that you think could be remade or remastered for like modern systems. So as I've written this list, one of them has actually been remade already or remastered for modern systems, but it doesn't have a physical release. So this is 5 for the Super Nintendo, games that I've played for the Super Nintendo that I really like and I think could benefit from like more of a remaster than a remake. Well, maybe one remake. Let's have a look. So the first one is ActRaiser. Now ActRaiser has already been remastered. It's called ActRaiser Renaissance or ActRaiser Resurgence or something. I can't remember now. So ActRaiser for me is like one of the best games on the Super Nintendo. I love the simplistic kind of god bit, you know, the like populous but like really simple, and then the really kind of simple Castlevania bit, like the platforming action bit. So I think those two genres really lend each other together, and ActRaiser's done it really well, and the story's really good and the music is awesome like in it. So that one's already had a remaster. So as I've been thinking about this and as I've done this, taking me so long to do this video, one of them's actually been remastered already. I wonder if the rest will be like that as well. So that one's already been done, so I haven't actually played the remaster of it because it's download only, and I stick to physical releases. I'd like to have the physical copy, so I think you can download it on Nintendo Switch, but I'll wait for limited run or something to bring out a physical copy, then I'll play it. I'm happy enough playing the original one anyway, but so that one's already been done. So thanks. The second one is Soul Blazer, in a similar sort of vein, one of the Holy Trilogy, the Quintet Holy Trilogy on Super Nintendo. So Soul Blazer is I don't want to say similar to ActRaiser because it's not. It's an action RPG where you go around in dungeons and stuff, but you also have like a town building mechanic as well, where every time you do something in the dungeon, like an extra shop or something gets built in the overworld or in the cliff above the dungeon. Yeah, so Soul Blazer is great. Known as Soul Blader in Japan. So a remake of that, but just like similar to what they've done with ActRaiser, and just like a remaster. They don't need to redo the game at all, because I think it loses charm if it's kind of done in like modern terms. But as you know, just like a remaster of it, but like keep the pixel graphics. Don't do it in like a flash game. It looks awful. The new games, like the pixel graphics, they've like really kind of retained their I don't know, their nice lookedness or whatever, their charm. Whereas like, you know, the games at the moment, some of them look awful, like they look like flash games, so I don't know what you can do. And then the next one is Earthbound. So again, a remaster of Earthbound I think would be really good. Mother 2. I haven't played the first one or the third one yet. I haven't played Mother 1 or Mother 3. There are you know, translations, because they were only released in Japan. The first one and the third one were only released in Japan. So Earthbound is Mother 2, and that was released in North America and Europe in English, which is great. 1 and 3 have English patches that you can download, or you can just buy off eBay. You can just buy like the trilogy in English on the Game Boy Advance, which I think is cool as well. But Earthbound, just like same story, almost everything the same, just maybe update the battle system a little bit, like where you have the characters, you can see them as opposed to just having the menus, because I don't think that's like, I never liked that approach where you can't see the characters. Like they do it in Phantasy Star, they do it in Earthbound, they do it in other games as well, but I prefer when you see the characters, and then like their hit points and all that is something different, or it's in a different part of the screen. It's not like just that's all you see. Just like when you attack an enemy, like the screen shakes, and you know, it's kind of like I prefer like a little bit more meat on the bone. Or a little bit more vegan meat on no bone for Earthbound there. And then the next one then is Secret of Evermore. So Secret of Evermore is such an enjoyable game, and I think it would benefit like from what they did with Secret of Mana, where they so I think it was Secret of Mana. They updated, like remade it. They released Trials of Mana, which wasn't released in EU, but they upgraded the graphics in, I think it was Secret of Mana anyway. So like it looks kind of more modern, it's easier to look at. Like the Final Fantasy remake for PSP, I'd much rather play that than the old Nintendo one. So I can only assume that some people who are looking at the Super Nintendo graphics will be like, oh, they're really old, so they'd rather play it in like newer graphics. So Secret of Evermore would be good as well. And then the last one from the Super Nintendo, although this could be on the Mega Drive as well, because it was on the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo, is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. But instead of a remaster of that one, I think they should remake it so that it's like bigger. Like you could make way more levels, you could include more pop culture in it, in pop culture from today. I think that would be like an indie game though if someone remade it. I don't think it would be a AAA game obviously, but I think Zombies Ate My Neighbors would be a really good one. So like make the You could even do like if you upgrade the graphics and all that, you could even do like the original game and do that thing where they, you know, you can switch between the old graphics and new graphics if you want to. But I think they should remake it, have the same two characters, have the same like sort of B-movie style, just like in kind of updated graphics. The sound is really good in it as well, so kind of update the sound a bit, you know, so it's the same tunes and all that, but just kind of just a little bit better. Because like a lot of these games are like, they're like, I imagine people today just don't want to look at them because the graphics are so old, so you need like some sort of hook to get people involved. But then you get people from back in the day wanting to play them as well because they recognize the, you know, the intellectual property. So that's a few from the Super Nintendo. Let me know if you've got any games that you want to see remade in the comment section below, or alternatively make a video yourself and I'll watch it. So thanks for watching, appreciate you watching to the end, and have a great day. Adios.